Universe, I'm KC and this is Maddy! And today we are going to talk about 5 things that happened when we were younger that caused us physical pain. So, do you want to start?
Yeah. I have a specific talent about tripping over a flat surface. Like, almost every day I trip on a floor.
Yeah.
So what's yours?
Well, mine happened kind of recently. On one October afternoon, my friend was chasing me up the stairs, not her. A lot of you guys may think that she's my only friend, but
I'm not!
But anyway, my friend was chasing me up the stairs to go to my studio, and the futon that we were sitting on last video, I jumped on that and landed like so, and I fell.
Yeah.
And a pencil just stuck up my hand
And
stabbed me. It's still healing.
So, 2 years ago, on Halloween, which was the last year I went trick-or-treating, you were there. And
I know this story.
You were there, and Kennedy was there.
I brought her trick-or-treating.
Yeah, with Becca and Kennedy. So, we went to this house, and this is a 2-part story. One of them isn't physical pain.
One is just sad, very sad.
So, like, I had this box on my head, and I decided to run to the house. And I didn't know Kennedy was in front of me, so, like, I just toppled over her. And then, yeah, physical pain, man. Tripping over a person.
While having a box on your head.
Yeah. We went to a different house, and they had a lot of leaves in their driveway. And me, being like the dumb girl I am, I thought the leaves were candy on the ground. So I'm just like, Becca! There's candy on the ground!
She literally started picking up the leaves, thinking it was candy. And then as soon as she picked up one, she was like, oh! Last summer! Yay! I was spending a lot of time inside my room being a person that doesn't like people. So one day, my parents, finally had enough and kind of, made me go outside. And I wanted to go outside because it was good weather. It was one of those days that we had that was, like, hot and it was, like, the perfect weather. So I'm like, oh, yes. So, I don't think you know this story. You don't. Me and my dad were playing, we're passing a soccer ball because they are obsessed of making me do soccer, and I don't want to do it. I'm sorry. I love soccer. I love watching other people play soccer. I love passing or juggling a ball, but I hate playing it. There's a fence in my backyard that separates my yard from the lake. My dad kicked it too high, and it went over into my uncle's yard, and I had to go get it. So, being the person who I am, and always want to take the easy ways out, there's a picnic table and near the fence, and right now, let me tell you this.
Did you climb over?
The fence is not sturdy. Keep that in mind. I used the picnic table to jump over the fence, and I did that and landed it perfectly. Got the ball, passed it to my father, and then I didn't want to go all the way around again because I was lazy. So I climbed the fence. I was halfway across the fence, so my leg was on the other side, and the lower supporting beam just like fell, and I just collapsed with the fence, and I got a bruise from my knee all the way to like right here. Okay, you go.
Okay, so mine was in 2nd grade. You know this story. You should know this story. In 2nd grade, we had to get sealants on our teeth.
I didn't.
Yeah, you lucky. I got my sealants, and I was the last person before lunch. And I was wondering, am I going to be able to eat? What are they putting in my mouth? Because, like, a normal 2nd grader is not the smartest kid, you know. So I went to lunch, and I had sandwich. It was a pretty good sandwich until 1 second later, I fainted. This is from another person's perspective. She said that everyone stopped doing what they're doing. And someone's just like, yo, Miss Richard! Maddie's on the ground!
day, and I was sitting with my friends, but we had benches, and this was exactly, like, she was sitting there, her butt was still on the bench, but all her back was laying on the floor, and I'm like, oh my god!
And then they said my head was stuck in the bar of, like, the table at school,
No.
and I went to the nurse's office, and it was Friday, which was pretty cool. And in my homeroom, I would say, class, every Friday we had a coffee day, which was like a movie in Tim Hortons. So I got to watch a movie at the same movie at my house, and I got to bring home a whole box of Tim Hortons Timbits.
Nice.
Yeah.
My next story is pretty sad and pretty mean of my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But for my 5th birthday, I got a bike.
What did they do?
And at the beginning, I always I started learning how to ride a bike at 4 because my grandparents had one. So my parents finally decided that they wanted me to have my own bike, so I got one. Well, that day on my 5th birthday, my parents decided to like invite everybody they know, like all my brother's friends too. So it was like a whole party for everybody. Well, I wanted to learn how to ride that bike, so my dad brought me outside with the boys, and I went out barefoot. Yay!
That's not smart.
Yeah, I was pedaling my bike, and I got pretty good at it, and then I just wanted to take a break, so I did, and I just stood in the driveway like this, next to my dad, but my dad had to go inside the house for a minute. And my brothers were riding bikes with their friends too. And you know how some people can, like, when they ride something, they can like easily swerve out of the way? Well, apparently at this time they decided it was a great time to learn how to do that. They rode over my foot. And being a little kid that I am, cried until my father came out.
Oh.
And my dad kind of got mad at my brothers and told them not to go on their bikes for at least a week. So many memories.
So many memories when we were little. So if you guys have any childhood stories you want to tell us, comment them down below. We would like to hear some.
Oh, can I tell one?
Oh, okay.
Okay, no, you have to keep this one in the video, no matter what.
Okay.
Okay, when I was little, my brothers always pick on each other, and my oldest brother always, like, kind of been mean to my younger one. Well, he's the middle child, so I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
So, one afternoon, I don't know how old I was, but my brothers always remembered this, and they always hated me for this. But, one of my neighbors and, my oldest brother wrapped my younger brother around a pole with a hose, and it was kind of the beginning of winter, so it was kind of frozen, and my younger brother was wrapped, and he wanted my help to unwrap it because I don't know where my parents were at this point. they don't really pay attention to us.
So your brother was strapped to a pole
with a hose, but that's not it.
It's not?
Yeah, I was the youngest one out of all my brothers, so I was a little kid. Like, at least learning my ages of walking, or like 3 or 4 years old, I don't know. But apparently, my younger brother was telling me, hey, come help me, you can do it, come on. And I went up to him, and I was eating a pea at this point. And I was just eating it, I'm like, oh, man. So I looked at my brother, and I grabbed his hand, but my hands are so small that I only grabbed his thumb.
Mm-hmm.
I grabbed it and I bent it.
Did you break his thumb?
Yeah. But anyway.
Thanks guys so much for watching.
Those are our very memories that we love. So, like, comment, subscribe if you want more of us.
If you have any more ideas for our talk show.
Dude, we should do a talk show.
We should!
Bye. I got this huge bruise, and it stayed that way for like 3 weeks. And it was all bloody for like the first 2 weeks, and then like all green, purple, and black.
Are you sure that's okay? You turned into Shrek for a minute.